I was always the last to leave the office, the only one who didn't mind the hum of the old building at midnight. I used to joke that the vents whispered to me, their echoes bouncing my thoughts around until I could barely remember what I'd been working on. But last week, the echoes started to take on a shape, familiar words, a cadence that twisted my stomach with dread, like a voice I'd only heard in childhood memories. It began with a soft humming, a lullaby only my mother ever sang, drifting from the vent above my cubicle. I laughed it off, told myself I was tired. But then, the voice began to speak. It whispered my full name, middle name included, the one only my mother ever used when she was serious. At first, it was nonsense, bits of stories and warnings about playing near the road. But then the voice started telling me things about my past, things only my mother could have known, like how I broke her favorite vase and blamed it on the cat, secrets I'd carried alone for years. The more I listened, the more the voice revealed, memories I'd forgotten, some I never knew. It told me the truth about my father leaving, about the night my mother cried herself to sleep in the kitchen, thinking I couldn't hear. The vent's cool breath became heavy with confession, and I found myself compelled to stay later each night, desperate for more pieces of my own history. My co-workers started to notice the dark circles under my eyes, the way I flinched when the air conditioning kicked on. Last night, the voice grew urgent, frantic. It told me to look in the supply closet behind the rows of dusty folders. Shaking, I followed its instructions and found a small, faded envelope taped inside the vent. Inside was a photo of my mother, a note in her handwriting, "You were never alone. I'll always find a way to watch over you." As I read, cold air rushed over my shoulder and the voice whispered, not from the vent, but right behind me, "Now it's your turn to listen."